So in question 1, we have the sector of a circle, AOB, and the triangle BOC, and we're asked to find the perimeter. First thing that we could do is we can see we've got this side length 7.5. We can find the arc length AB. The angle is given in radians, so use the formula for arc length when the angle is in radians. This is simply r theta. So here my radius 7.5 times theta in radians, which is 1.2, to give us our arc length 9 centimeters. So in terms of the perimeter of the shape, we've now got the 9 centimeters that we need for the arc length. We've got the 7.5 for length AO, we've got 8.5 for length OC. We just need length BC. It's a triangle. We're going to be using cosine rule to find the length of BC. We need this angle. So that angle is just angles on a straight line add up to 180 or pi radians. So this would be pi minus 1.2 radians. If you leave it as pi minus 1.2, you'll keep the accuracy in your answers. So start off by writing the cosine rule for this triangle. And remember, when we're applying the cosine rule, it's always the B and C are your two sides, either side of the included angle here. So this would be your A, and B and C, the other two sides. So minus 2BC cosine A. So to then plug in what we know, a BO here, or OB, is the radius of that circle. That has to be 7.5. So if you now plug those in, and then make sure your calculator is in radians before you put this in. Gives us BC squared is 174.7. We would then square root answer. To give BC is 13.2. From there we can then work out the perimeter. And we get 38.2 centimetres. Correct to 1 decimal place. Make sure you're giving your answers to the degree of accuracy that they're asking for. Mark scheme follows on the next slide. You can see how the marks are allocated. Your first method mark here is for correct use of the cosine rule. You can't just quote the cosine rule, you have to put the cosine rule and then plug in the correct numbers in the right place. Your accuracy mark then follows on from putting that in your calculator properly, making sure your calculator is in radians. And so you've got one mark independent here for arc length, method mark for perimeter, and then an accuracy mark for the final mark there.